Hello everybody. On Thursday, October 24th at 11:45 a.m. my time and 5:45 p.m. UK time, Chelsea will be taking on Panathinaikos in our first Conference League away game of the season. Chelsea currently sits 6th in the Conference League table and Panathinaikos currently sits 19th in the Conference League table. In Chelsea's last 5 matches, we have a win, a draw, and a loss. We're 6th in the Premier League on 14 points with 17 goals scored and 10 goals conceded. And Panathinaikos' last 5 matches, they have a draw, a win, a loss, and a draw and a win. They're 6th in the Greek Super League on 12 points with 7 goals scored and 6 goals conceded. I really don't know much about Panathinaikos. A lot of these Conference League match previews, I won't be able to tell you much. I don't know much about them. I do know that they qualified for the Conference League by beating Lens 3-2 on aggregate, and they drew their first league phase match 1-1 with Borac. So I'll just start talking about the predicted lineup. I think Jorgensen will start in goal. He's been great in the Cup so far. I think he's really only made one error, to be honest, but I thought he's looked pretty good. We'll probably see Disasi and Vega as the fullbacks, with Tosin and Badiashile as the center backs. Cassidy and Dewsbury Hall will probably be the midfield pairing, with Mudryk and Neto as the wingers. Joao is the 10, and Nkunku up top. I'm really excited to see Joao and Nkunku play together again. I think they link up together really well. Joao even said in an interview that he likes playing with Nkunku, and they just pass off of each other really well. Sometimes, Nkunku will be at the 9 and Joao will be at the 10, and depending on how the phase of play is going, they'll switch out and they'll kind of move back and forth. And they're really good at creating space for each other, so I like watching that pairing play together. This is also a game where I want to see more from Mudryk. Obviously, his start to Chelsea hasn't been great. He had a decent season last season, but overall, in the grand scheme of things, he hasn't been great. But in these Conference League games, he has looked a lot better. So I think this tournament is good for him to get that progression and improvement, and I do want to start seeing more from him. He's gotten a few assists and had really good performances, but I want him to start scoring goals. As well as Joao Felix. He hasn't really been getting into the Premier League squad or coming off the bench. And hasn't really been making an impact in the Premier League. So I think these are good games for him to show his worth and how good he is, because I've always rated Joao Felix. I think he's an incredible player, and I was so happy when he came back to Chelsea. And this is a game where I think he really needs to show his worth. I would like to see him score a goal or at least get an assist, just some sort of goal contribution. But this is definitely a game where I want to see more of Mudryk and Joao. I also think Jadon Sancho should play. I think Sancho's been incredible since he started playing here, but I really just want him to get his first goal, and I think that'll just boost his confidence. So maybe if we take Mudryk off at the half, bring Sancho on, hopefully we could get him to get his first goal, especially because he has Europe experience. He played in the Champions League final for last season, and he was killing it in the Champions League for Dortmund last season. So he has that European experience, so I think this will be a really good game to put him in and have him playing. Not necessarily the full match, but at least maybe 45 to 30 minutes. And as for a score prediction, I think we'll win this game 4-1. Again, I think we'll concede a goal as our defense isn't rock solid yet, but I think we'll see Nkunku scoring. He's been absolutely on fire anytime he plays. He's always scoring goals in the Conference League. I would like to see Joao and Mudryk score, as well as Sancho, but we'll see what happens. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll have my match review for this shortly after the match, and pretty shortly soon after that, I'll have my match preview out for our game against Newcastle. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time.